Welcome to Part 2. In this segment, I cover information about submitting the free application for student aid, also known as the FAFSA, as well as preparing for and taking the SAT test that will be given later this spring. Beginning with the 2020-21 school year, all public high school students are required to submit a FAFSA in order to receive a high school diploma. The goal for making FAFSA completion a part of high school graduation is to increase the number of students who are aware of the resources available to help them afford education or training after high school. The FAFSA does require both students and parents to provide their financial information. A common question from split households is which parent provides that information. And the answer to the question is whomever the student resides with 51% of the year. It does not matter who claims the student on income taxes. Families can opt out for filling out the FAFSA if they wish to do so. A form will be available during registration in the fall. Another reminder is if your student is considering graduating early in December of their senior year, they do need to apply this spring. Some things that criteria that they have to meet is have a minimum of a 2.0 GPA and at least 19 credits by the end of their junior year. If your student will be enrolling in college next spring of 2023, with regard to the FAFSA, they actually would go ahead and fill out the application that is live now for the 2022-23 school year. Another thing to keep in mind is that students who graduate early do have to show proof of either full-time employment, college enrollment, or military enlistment by November of their senior year. Another graduation requirement for your student is that they must take the SAT. The SAT is a college entrance exam, not an aptitude test. It is used to determine the student's likelihood of academic success in their first year of college. The SAT will be given by SCHS, faculty and staff, on Wednesday, March 23rd, 2022. The test will be given at the Salem Community Center, and students will be transported there. There is no penalty if a student does not score well on the SAT. However, a high score can create opportunities for students, such as placing them in dual credit courses and qualifying them for scholarships. The test will last from approximately 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. on March 23rd. One common question that I've received a lot in the past is, should your student take the ACT? And what I have to say about that is really all colleges and universities will accept either test, but Illinois does require students to take the SAT, and it is free. If a student wishes to retake the SAT or they choose to take the ACT, they can register online at their own expense to take them. Really, it's the preference of the student, and I would suggest taking both and see if they prefer one format over the other, but it is not necessary to take both. Both tests do measure the same thing, and that's that likelihood of academic success in the first year of college. Students created College Board accounts. College Board is the testing agency that administers or creates the SAT test. They created these accounts online in their English class, really as a sophomore or this fall as a junior. We also offered an optional PSAT. It was a practice SAT test that was given last October. If your student signed up for that test and took it, the results to that test can be found in their College Board accounts, and they were released mid-December, so they are there currently. I mentioned the College Board account as a segue to the next segment on Khan Academy and how to prepare for the SAT. Khan Academy is an online study prep program that links to a student's College Board account. Students have access to 8 full-length practice SAT tests. It provides focused practice. Each question will be provided an answer explanation and step-by-step solution with hints. Students can write an essay, have it scored, receive feedback about their essay in Khan Academy. And again, this is a free, personalized program for every student. Khan Academy online looks like this. The students have an account, and it does link to their College Board account. I do not have one, so it is not, they would see the link right there. Their test scores would show up here if they had taken a practice test. But if your student did not take the PSAT test in the fall, that is not a problem at all. They, in Khan Academy right here, they can take some short diagnostic quizzes that will help place them at the appropriate level for preparation. Khan Academy is a great program that your students, that they are using now in their classrooms, and that they can log into and use, even just if they would invest 10 to 15 minutes a day in study preparation prior to that March 23rd date. There has been proven academic success with this Khan Academy program. Your student is aware, and I would encourage you to ask them about Khan Academy and what they have done in order to prepare for the SAT. I appreciate your patience and tuning in to listen to this this presentation. So if there is any questions that you have regarding FAFSA or the SAT or study preparation, please don't hesitate to contact any of your students' counselors at SCHS. We are happy to help. Thanks, and have a good night.